What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Call of Duty World War II weapon reviews on Black Tide TV. Possible double upload today, so keep your eyes out for that one. In the most recent Twitter poll, you guys voted for the M30 Luftwaffe Drilling as the next weapon review on the channel. The Luftwaffe Drilling is a double or rather triple barrel shotgun and is arguably the sniper hybrid of the shotgun class in more ways than one. And no, not all of those ways are beneficial. Discounting the rifle bullet attachment for the time being, to my knowledge, the Luftwaffe Drilling has the greatest one-shot kill distance of the shotgun class when the user is aiming down sights and extremely accurate. The pellet spread on this weapon is very strange in that it will tighten drastically when you're aiming down your sights. If you are hip firing this weapon, you are 9 times out of 10 going to be getting hit markers. Hip fire outside of melee range will almost always result in those hit markers. Sometimes you'll have 2 hit markers, and this being a double barrel, that's not really great. Sometimes you will shoot at an enemy when you are hip firing, and the pellet spread is so great it won't even hit that enemy at all, even though they're in your hip fire cone. So I would never, ever, ever hip fire this weapon. Always aim down sights when you're firing the Luftwaffe. You have to remember that this historically is a weapon that was used as a hunting rifle for downed German pilots. This was set in pretty well every aircraft in the case that those pilots were shot down and they needed to survive in the wilderness. This weapon is to be used for hunting game, not engaging enemy infantry. Therefore, it is best suited to a stealthy, accurate playstyle. As if you were going out into the wilderness to hunt, you're not running through the forest and spraying and praying at deer when you're going hunting. I hate to tell you. You're kind of sitting in a tree and you're waiting for hours and hours and hours on end before you finally see something and you shoot at it. So that's what this weapon is really all about, which doesn't really fit the Call of Duty playstyle. As the closest shotgun we have to a slug shotgun in Call of Duty World War II, the M30 Luftwaffe Drilling requires sniper-like accuracy in all of your gunfights, regardless of if they are close or medium range. Aiming high on the body center mass will vastly help with your one-shot kill potential, and even then you likely won't be getting a one-shot kill. Like I said, I believe this weapon to have the greatest one-shot kill potential of all of the shotguns in the game, but even then, it's still not great. The shotguns in this game in general are just not a great option. Something to be said about the accuracy of this weapon: while the Luftwaffe features a side-by-side double barrel design, the pellet spread doesn't accurately represent the weapon. Both barrels, regardless of which barrel you are firing at whatever time, they will evenly spread across the center of your target. So in real life, when you fire a double barrel shotgun, the barrels aren't tapered in usually, so the barrels will often fire one on the left side, one on the right side. They kind of spread to the middle, which makes it more accurate that way, but really what you're trying to do is fire both barrels so that you can hit that full spread. But here it's like when you fire the left barrel, somehow the pellet spread comes out of the middle of the 2 barrels, and when you fire the right barrel, somehow the pellet spread comes out of the middle of the It doesn't make sense at all how the pellet spread works with this weapon, but just consider it to have one single barrel with 2 shots, I guess. It's just how the pellet spread works. Very, very strange. Not like a double barrel at all. Then again, there are some very clear double barrel aspects to the M30 Luftwaffe Drilling, and that would be the restrictions. As a double barrel, this weapon is severely restricted in terms of engaging enemy infantry and suffers from long and frequent reloads. You can only fire 2 shots and then you'll have to reload. At the very least, you'll fire 1 shot and potentially get a one-shot kill, and then you'll still have to do that reload. And the reload animation, regardless of if you were loading 1 or 2 shots, it's fairly similar. It takes a long time. I don't know what the guy's problem is in this game that he cannot reload a double barrel shotgun any faster. I'm fairly certain I could reload the double barrel shotgun faster, and I'm not a trained combat person. I know how to use weapons. I think I could load a double barrel shotgun faster even than the guy does with Hustle. So you are going to need to use Hustle in pretty much every situation, especially if you are an aggressive player, which I wouldn't even recommend with this weapon. I would not recommend an aggressive playstyle at all. But if you are any type of aggressive player, and the fact that you're going to be going out and engaging infantry one-on-one instead of sneaking around the map, you need hustle. It's not even a conversation. It is the only basic training that is acceptable on the double barrels of Call of Duty World War II. It would also be wise to use a secondary such as the 1911, like a powerful secondary, so you can dispatch additional foes past the 2 rounds you'll fire, or in the case you're wrongfully given hit markers. You'll get a lot of hit markers with this weapon, as we previously discussed, and you'll need a secondary, a sidearm that you can draw very, very quickly so you can dispatch those foes. That's why I'm going with the 1911, because it does a little bit more damage. So in the case that you get a really good hit marker, you might be able to one-shot them off with the 1911, whereas the P08 or the machine pistol, it might not kill them as quickly. The machine pistol I'm worried about mostly because you're going to fire that weapon, and the second you fire the machine pistol, you need to reload it. You cannot kill 2 people with the machine pistol unless you're in very extreme circumstances. So the machine pistol isn't great for this one because you might need to kill multiple enemies after you get hit markers, so 1911 is probably the way to go in terms of a secondary. I would also say that Luftwaffe works well as a secondary itself, providing both a powerful close-range shotgun and potentially a backup sniper rifle. And right here, of course, I'm referring to the rifle bullet attachment. It's the final attachment unlock for the M30 Luftwaffe drilling. It is a unique attachment for this weapon. We talked about it in the beta, but I'll talk about it again here shortly. So, the rifle bullet attachment will replace your incendiary rounds if you are using Expeditionary Division, which aren't entirely awful on the Luftwaffe drilling. I would say this is likely the best shotgun to use the Expeditionary rounds on, but the rifle bullet attachment will completely replace those, so you can't use Expeditionary Division incendiary rounds with the rifle bullet attachment because the toggle function to use it is on the same button, so they're not going to let you do both. But when you are using the rifle bullet attachment, you'll be using the tertiary barrel of this tri-barrel shotgun. The third barrel, which is under the 2 shotgun barrels, is loaded with a sniper rifle bullet, and the weapon will function identically to a sniper rifle when in this mode. When you activate the rifle bullet attachment, a small iron sight will pop up on the barrel of the weapon for target acquisition, though I would definitely recommend a reflex sight if you plan to use the rifle bullet attachment extensively. The iron sights are okay, but they're not that great for extremely long-range gunfights. The rifle bullet is capable of a one-shot kill at those extreme distances to the stomach, kind of solar plexus area and above. And as a side note, if you are seriously considering a comparison to the other sniper rifles in the game, the rifle bullet attachment doesn't appear to have any aim assist. Where some snipers have aim assist, other snipers have aim assist when using the Mountain Division. I can't find a circumstance in which the rifle bullet attachment will have any aim assist, so it is very difficult to use at extremely long ranges if your enemies are moving at all. Overall, I would recommend the rifle bullet attachment as it provides the shotgun some much needed versatility, gives you the ability to get a one-shot kill at any distance in the game, which is fantastic, whereas even using this weapon in its regular mode in shotgun distances, you are rarely going to see a one-shot kill. It simply has the best one-shot kill range if all of your pellets hit, but that is a rare occurrence because the pellet spread is so wide on this weapon. I would also say that in my opinion, the rifle bullet attachment should be permanently available on the Luftwaffe. The weapon is literally designed to have a third barrel with a sniper rifle bullet in it. You should not have to unlock the rifle bullet because you're not adding anything to the weapon. The third barrel is already there. You're literally just carrying 6 extra bullets that you can put into your weapon. So I think they should be permanently unlocked for the Luftwaffe. And when you use the Expeditionary Division and the incendiary rounds, that's when the rifle bullets are replaced with the incendiary shells. In terms of other attachments, I would recommend Advanced Rifling. I think Advanced Rifling is the #1 go-to attachment for every single shotgun in this game. Regardless of what shotgun you're using, regardless of your playstyle, you should always have Advanced Rifling because it's going to extend your one-shot kill range. But in conclusion, there isn't a definitive reason why you would ever want to choose this weapon. It's slow, it's inconsistent, it requires an incredible amount of skill and or luck to use to simply compete. Like, you are not going to have a situation in which the M30 Luftwaffe drilling will outshine any other weapon except in maybe the case of the sawed-off shotgun, which is, in layman's terms, basically the worst weapon in the game. it's just downright awful. So the Luftwaffe is almost never going to come out on top when you're comparing it to SMGs, to rifles, to sniper rifles. You're going to get quickscoped in close range gunfights before you can get a kill with this shotgun. So I would just say stay away from this one, finish your camouflage, and then throw it away. Final grade, 3 out of 10. Hit the like button if you enjoyed today's video, subscribe if you are new to the channel, let me know what you think of the M30 Luftwaffe drilling in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.